This is the OTB Network.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We had a little bit less busy weekend this weekend than some of the previous, but nonetheless some great racing, some exciting racing around the country as well as in Canada. We're going to begin, however, down in New Jersey at Monmouth Park, where on Sunday they ran the $65,000 Formal Gold Stakes. 3 and up at 1 mile and a 16th. Let's head down to Monmouth and the Formal Gold.
Racing in the Formal Gold. Halo Sailing Sane and Siphon City straight for the lead together. Miracle Man is out running in third. It's a Wonderful Life is away fourth along the rail, and Colita will trail early as the heavy favorite Siphon City has taken charge into the first turn. Opening up a 2-length lead over Halo Sailing Sane. It's a Wonderful Life third to the inside. Miracle Man fourth by 2.5, and Colita is 6 lengths off of Siphon City, who completes a quarter in 23 and 3. And heads on to the backstretch in front by 1.25 lengths. Halo Sailing Sane running in second. Then Miracle Man to the outside. It's a Wonderful Life fourth along the rail. 2.5 lengths to make up for him. And he's 1.5 lengths in front of Colita. 5 furlongs left here. And Siphon City has a 3/4 length lead. Halo Sailing Sane second, a 47 1/2 mile. 2 lengths back to Miracle Man third. It's a Wonderful Life has been saving ground. He's still 3.5 lengths off the lead. And Colita around the far turn. And Siphon City has been passed now by Halo Sailing Sane. Halo Sailing Sane has taken the lead and is edging away from Siphon City. Miracle Man's in the race. It's a Wonderful Life's not out of it either. He's getting the rail, and he's 2 lengths off the lead. 3/4 in 1:11 and 1. They're into the stretch. And the big favorite is beaten. Siphon City is dropping out of it. It is Halo Sailing Sane, and It's a Wonderful Life coming up the rail. Halo Sailing Sane. It's a Wonderful Life trying to get to him. Halo Sailing Sane. It's a Wonderful Life. These two, Halo Sailing Sane by a head. It's a Wonderful Life was second, and Colita was third.
Halo Sailing Sane picking up the win here as the 3-to-1 second choice in the wagering, as the favorite Siphon City showed the way early before backing out of it to finish 5th and last. Halo Sailing Sane just off of that leader and held on by a nose over the late charging It's a Wonderful Life, with Colita shipping in from New York to finish 3rd. Halo Sailing Sane is a chestnut gelding, a son of Halo's Image from Rubiano Blush by Rubiano. Bred in Florida by Kim Luddington and Dimitar Pemchev, owned by Sal Russamano and Anthony Bruno, trained by Joe Orsino and ridden to victory by Joe Bravo. Halo Sailing Sane covers the mile and is 16th in 1:42 and 4. We're going to stay in the Mid-Atlantic, head to Delaware Park now in the running on Saturday at the Vincent Mascarelli Memorial. This is a sprint for older horses, a $100,000 purse. Let's head down to Delaware and the Mascarelli.
It shoots right to the front with no opposition. Southern Missile sprints clear the field by 2 over Celtic Innocent. Up on the outside, Little Thunder, Joey Carson next in line in 4th, followed by Crafty Schemer toward the inside, then City Weekend, and toward the rail, Valid Video. Southern Missile on the front end by a length over Little Thunder. Length further back to Celtic Innocent. Joey Carson up on the outside, racing in 4th. Under a nice hold, that's Crafty Schemer going nicely in 5th, and a gap of about 4 or 5 lengths to City Weekend and Valid Video as they speed into the turn quarter, 22 and 1. On the front end, it's still Southern Missile being tracked by Little Thunder. 2 lengths to Celtic Innocent, Joey Carson. A gap of 2 lengths to Crafty Schemer. 3.5 more to City Weekend trying to pick it up in Valid Video around the bend. Southern Missile, they've got to catch. Up on the outside, Little Thunder's getting out a bit. There's a hole in between for Celtic Innocent as they head for home. Half goes in, 45 seconds left. Southern Missile still on the front end. Celtic Innocent's making a run under Dominguez. Has Denham on the outside. Then 3 lengths, City Weekend's coming charging from the back of the pack. It's now Celtic Innocent to the front. City Weekend's trying to run him down. Celtic Innocent on the outside. Here comes City Weekend. Celtic Innocent, City Weekend is coming fast. Celtic Innis, 5 for Dominguez. City Weekend second. Southern
Celtic Innis coming in off of a win in the Chesapeake 6 weeks prior, setting stalking the pace rather, just off the early pace. He was involved right from the start and won by a neck from late charging City Weekend, who is always a good campaigner in the Delaware Park circuit, always does well when he's able to get that pace into which to close. Southern Missile, the early pace setter, holds on for third. A pretty nice effort. It was a pretty interesting race in that there were a number of horses for whom you could make a case. The favorite in the field was Joey Carson, who went off at just under 2-1 and did run fairly well, but disappointed, finishing 5th in the field of 7. Nonetheless, Celtic Innis, ridden by Ramon Dominguez, who had a wonderful weekend both at Delaware Park and up north in Woodbine, really riding this horse very, very well, having him placed perfectly on the track. Celtic Innis is a dark bay or brown gelded son of Yarrow Bray from Harp Innis by Phone Trick. Bred in Maryland by Mr. and Mrs. E. Allen Murray and owned by the breeder. Trained by Timothy Keefe and ridden to victory by Ramon Dominguez, Celtic Innis covers the 6 furlongs at Delaware in 109 and 4. We'll stay in the Mid-Atlantic, this time head to Laurel and the running on Saturday of the Galilil Stakes. This is $75,000 purse for fillies and mares. Let's head down to Laurel and the running of the Galilil.
Looks like they're all in. And they're off. Canadian Invader, Roving Angel, Friels for Real away alertly, and Silmaril racing down to the inside as they move in the opening furlong and out of that chute onto the main portion of the track. Roving Angel out to establish it from Friels for Real, and Silmaril up on the inside, and Silmaril takes the second spot. Here's Take a Check, the gray in between horses in a second group of runners. DeFrere's Ventures about 5 off that lead, and last of all we have Sticky up the backstretch. Sticky 7 lengths in the front. Roving Angel in an easy clip for this group past the 5.5. Silmaril prompts from the fence. Take a Check is next, followed the outside by Friels for Real, who's kept close to the pace, 4th and about the 2-3 path, followed the inside by Sticky, and trailing that field is Frere's Venture. Into the far turn, and Roving Angel. Roving Angel still there. Roving Angel trying to make a breakaway run with 3.5 furlongs to go. Silmaril second. Friels for Real is in third, followed by a pressured Take a Check, followed on the inside by Sticky, and DeFrere's Venture is last of all. On the outside, DeFrere's Venture trying to loop up 3 wide. Top of the stretch, Roving Angel leads the way. Silmaril trying to come after her on the outside, and Friels for Real is set down toward the center of the racetrack. DeFrere's Venture is 4th. Up the fence is Sticky, then Take a Check. And here's Silmaril striking the front. On the outside, Friels for Real's got something to say to Silmaril. Silmaril and Friels for Real are going to hook up at the final furlong. Silmaril, she's trying to dig down. Friels for Real up on the outside with a 16th to go. Comes to even terms. 2 classy horses coming down to the mile finish. Friels for Real, Silmaril in the photo finish. Friels for Real.
Friels for Real, she is an awfully nice mare. She does very, very well wherever they seem to spot her, usually grade 3 or some of these listed stakes, and she is a solid, hard-hitting campaigner, winning yet another one here by a head over Silmaril with Sticky back in the 3rd spot. The winner, Friels for Real, is a dark bay or brown mare, a daughter of Sword Dance from Beatties for Real by Unreal Zeal. She was bred in Florida by Gilbert Campbell, owned by the breeder and trained by Ned Allard, ridden to victory by Horacio Caramanos, and Friels for Real covers the flat mile at Laurel in 137 and 2. We're going to head to Turfway now in Kentucky and take a look at their Saturday Stakes feature, the 6.5 furlong Marfa for older horses. Let's head down to Kentucky, the running of the Marfa.
And they're off. For the lead from the inside, that's Caller 1. Moving up from the outside, Old Deuteronomy, Junior College. Down along the rail, Exciting Metro, then Man of Illusion. Down the back stretch, the leader, Caller 1 by a head. Old Deuteronomy is second. Junior College now runs third. Man of Illusion is 4th. Moving up from the outside, Yucatan takes 5th. Exciting Metro is 6th. Then Small Town Slew, Ray Donald and Level Playing Field, 22-1 for the opening quarter. Caller 1 in front, has it now by a length. Up on the outside in second, Junior College. Then between horses, Old Deuteronomy, gaining ground, Yucatan from the center of the track. It's a gap of 2 to Small Town Slew into the stretch. Junior College and Yucatan. Small Town Slew up on the outside. Level Playing Field is also gaining ground down the stretch. It's Yucatan, Level Playing Field, and Small Town Slew on the outside. Level Playing Field, Getzley, Level Playing Field wins at a length and a half. Small Town Slew second. then Yucatan and Junior College.
Level Playing Field picking up the win here. Another one of those solid campaigners who does very well when he gets the pace into which he likes to close. Here taking advantage of the pace up front on this poly-track surface to pick up the length and three-quarter win. Wide open field here. He was the favorite at just over 3-1. Small Town Slew settling for second with an off-the-pace bid. A four-wide move from Yucatan, who was just off the pace. Got him to the lead at the top of the stretch, but he could not hold on, settling for third. The winner, Level Playing Field, is a dark bay or brown gelded son of Level Sands from Chayo Prea by Gold Legend. Bred in Kentucky by Breland Farm and Mrs. Stacy L. Mitchell, owned by Fly Racing Limited, trained by Bob Holthus, and ridden to victory by John McKee. Level Playing Field covers the 6.5 furlongs on the poly track in 1:16 and 2. We're going to head north of the border now and begin the weekend stakes racing action with a pair of races from Saturday. We'll start with the La Prevoyante Stakes. This is a $125,000 event for 3-year-old fillies, sired by Ontario Standing Stallions. Let's head to Woodbine and the La Prevoyante.
They're off in the La Prevoyante Stakes. In between horses, Flashy Consort to the inside, Executive Flight, then to the outside is Archeress. London Snow came away running fourth. Then we have Arctic Allure to her outside, Wishart's reserved off the early speed, and trailing in the early going is May Surprise. And it's Flashy Consort, David Clark, trying to get her to harness her speed. They lead at 3/4 of a length to Executive Flight. To the outside, Archeress is third, then Arctic Allure. In behind runners, London Snow, 2.5 lengths from the front. Wishart's still in hand. And trailing is May Surprise as they head into the far turn. Flashy Consort to the inside, Executive Flight. To the outside is Archeress. They're at the midpoint of the turn. The passing mood winner, Arctic Allure, is wide but just 2.5 lengths off the lead. London Snow has saved every inch of ground, and they're inside the 3/8 pole. Executive Flight taxis into a takeoff position as they turn for home. Long shot Flashy Consort is on the outside. Archeress is there. London Snow finally has some room, squeezes out between horses, and London Snow's unleashing a kick in between runners, and it's London Snow. Flashy Consort, Executive Flight to the inside. London Snow, Stephen Bayan imploring her to carry it one more 16th, and it's London Snow, Executive Flight on the inside. London Snow and Stephen Bayan to win the La Prevoyante. Executive Flight second, and Wishart was third.
London Snow picking up the win from off the pace. A very nice effort, rallying clear by 1.25 over Executive Flight, the favorite in the field of 7, with Wishart rallying from off the pace, all out in the stretch to finish third. The winner, London Snow, is a bay filly, a daughter of Trajectory from Muriel by Bold Executive. Bred in Ontario by the Gardner Farms Limited, known by Kirk Braddon Stable. Trained by John Charambulus and ridden to victory by Stephen Bayan. London Snow covers the mile at Woodbine on a course labeled good in 1:35 and 4. We're going to head right back to Woodbine now, and the Swinford Stakes also on Saturday. This for 2-year-olds going 7 furlongs. Let's head back to Canada and the Swinford Stakes.
They're off in the Swinford Stakes. Sergey, and now Barilko gets aggressive early and bounces out of there to take the early lead. It's Barilko. CJ's Lightning to the inside. In between horses is a Cambu Man. Oh! Couple bad steps there by CJ's Lightning as they left the chute. Barilko has the lead, pressed by Cambu Man. Then Acoustic is Shadow Sergey, and widest is a Carysford Light. CJ's Lightning back into it. 2 lengths off the lead. Bilbo's in amongst horses and 2.5 from the front. And trailing his long shot Diamond Max. And it's Barilko who led through an opening quarter in 22 and 4, feeling some heat from Carysford Light inside the 3/8 pole. Barilko trying to shrug off the challenge of Carysford Light. Bilbo is third and 2.5 lengths from the front and is called on for run by Justin Stein at the rail, and they're inside the quarter pole. They got a 1/2 and 46. It's Barilko as they turn for home. Bilbo's back in second. Carysford Light has weakened. Acoustic Shadow is on the far outside in the final eighth of a mile. Barilko's almost home. They hit the 16th pole, and we may be looking at a potential 2-year-old champion here. Barilko, his unblemished record intact, wins the Swinford. Bilbo was second, and Acoustic Shadow third.
Barilko picks up yet another stakes victory. He, I believe, was E. Dubai's first stakes winner early in the season, and here picks up yet another stakes credential for his sire. With a 2 3/4 length victory over Bilbo, who rallied from well back off the pace, Acoustic Shadow settling for third. The winner, Barilko, is a 2-year-old bay gelding, a son of E. Dubai from Hausman by Grainton. Bred in Kentucky by Robert E. Courtney and Robert M. Klinkenbeard, owned and trained by David Dwyer, ridden to victory by Constant Montpellier. Barilko covers the 7 furlongs of the Swinford in 1:24 and 3. We're going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be finishing up with the weekend stakes racing action from Woodbine. We'll also head to Finger Lakes. We'll take a look at the stakes racing action at Belmont as well. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now with Sunday's card from Woodbine, a terrific stakes card. Of course, you probably remember the Woodbine Mile from being known as the Atto Mile earlier on in its existence. It was run on Sunday with a couple of supporting stakes. We're going to begin with the Grade 2 Canadian Stakes for fillies and mares on the grass. Let's head back to Canada and the running of the Canadian.
They're off in the Canadian Stakes. And Runaway broke running toward the inside. Now showing early speed is Reddy's Gal for Ramon Dominguez, and Reddy's Gal to establish the early pace. Ottavale tugging hard at Jose Valdivia Jr. on the outside. Ottavale comes on to take on Reddy
McCool, and Stormy Kisses coming on the outside, and Indian Flair is fifth. There's 1 furlong to go.